Hi guys, welcome back. Sin City Living, Jason here, bringing you today's video. Don't forget to check the link down below and join our Discord channel, Discord server, whatever it's called. I'm not hugely familiar with Discord. Chat with each other, chat with us, give us suggestions on videos, ideas, strategies, whatever it may be. Talk amongst yourselves on the strategies. So for today, I want to talk about 5 of the things that players can do and should do to improve their experience at the tables, at the craps tables. Okay? These are in no particular order, and just like any other of the lists, quote unquote, that we do, this is not comprehensive. Of course, there's 1,000 different things. I could do more, probably will do more videos on this subject. So, first one, number 1, listen to the dealers. Listen to the dealers, listen to the box. Now, this is twofold. First off, they're going to help you out down here. If you throw money in and the dealer says, hey, drop me $4, you should listen to them because they're trying to help you out. They're trying to make you win the best possible way. If your bet is improper, it's oftentimes easier for the dealers to pay, so we really don't care on that side. But you're giving the casino free money. You're getting paid, 23 and change. That change is staying with the casino. It's free money. There's no need for that. Just like if you throw in $20, say, give me a 6, and the dealer throws you $2 back, don't argue. Don't say, I wanted the $20 one. They're trying to help you out. They are trying to help. They're not trying to take advantage of you. They're trying to help you out. And if you're not sure why, ask. Ask. Learn more about the game. Same thing with the dealers. Hey, don't forget your odds back there. Hey, your hard 8's down, or even the box. Hey, don't forget. Add $1 to your odds back there. Hey, your hard 4 came down. One thing I see that costs a lot of people is they're not listening to the dealers or the box. In fact, they're not paying attention to the game at all. I will see a dealer that will say, hey, sir, your hard 10 came down. Hard 10 is down. Hard 10 came down. And the person's sitting there scrolling on their phone, or they're talking to the buddy standing behind them, and then the next roll, hard 10. Hey, I had a hard 10. No, sir. No, it came down on the easy 10. We tried to get your attention, but you weren't paying attention to us. Same thing with come out roll. You get a winner 8, and then the dealers are saying, hard ways work unless called off. Hard ways work unless called off. And they'll call it 2 or 3 times. And a good box will then call it at a much, much louder tone. And again, they're not paying attention. There's always 1, maybe 2 people on the table that are just flat not paying attention to the dealers, to the box, not listening, don't care. And then they get all offended when a winner says, no, I'm off, I was off, I'm always off. We called it 3 or 4 times. Weren't paying attention. Sorry, but they work unless called off. Reason number 2, or thing number 2, toss the dice. This will significantly improve your experience at the table for a few different reasons. First off, toss the dice. Generally, I look for them to land at the last letter when I'm shooting. I look for them to land at the last letter, so they'll bounce into the wall and rebound off. That will eliminate any potential of me getting yelled at by the box for not hitting the back wall. Eliminates the tendency to argue. People definitely argue. You got to hit the back wall. So I am hitting the back wall. Well, if you were hitting the back wall, it wouldn't say anything to you. Or got to hit the back wall. I'm trying. I hate it when people say I'm trying, because my response is I'm very, very, very sorry to hear that, because they weigh a quarter of an ounce. I'm so sorry to hear that you are trying, because they weigh next to nothing. If you're trying to hit the back wall and failing to hit the back wall, you might want to see a doctor, because there's something wrong with your arm. Something significantly wrong with your arm. In fact, you shouldn't even be able to lift your arm if you're on a watch if you can't hit the back wall with the dice. And now keep this in mind too, except under certain situations, the dealers in the box aren't going to say anything to you the first time, or the second time, or the third time. Well, the third time they might. Depending on a few things. If you're setting the dice, if you're next to the sticks, you're absolutely closest, right? But toss the dice. Also, tossing the dice will mean you go over the center action. There's nothing that'll tick off the dealers in the box worse than someone that always sweeps this area with the dice. I'm going to start telling you, throw the dice over the center action, throw the dice over the center action. Now, here's something that a lot of people forget. This is somewhat controversial, but unfortunately it's a fact, and whether or not people agree with it means really nothing as far as it being a fact. The ability to throw the dice is not an inherent right for the players. The dice can be taken away at any time. At any time. And frankly, for any reason. It's like players that say, if I could throw it this way into the dealer stacks, into the corner right over here, right over this way, and you see the dice that come through the stacks that come through these bets. And if it's busy and they're hitting these bets a lot, or if they're hitting these stacks a lot, we're going to tell them, hey, down the middle, and the player's like, well, the alligator scale's all the way around, all the way to about here on the table for the most part, because then that's where the money rank starts. Wow, the alligator skin there, then I can throw there. No, you can't. There's the alligator scale. The entire table is covered with one of three things. Either the bankroll, which is right here, the mirror, which is over there. Everything else is the alligator scale. Right? It's all there just in case of an errant bounce. The dice hit each other. They bounce funny because they have the sharp corners. So as long as they hit, they're going to have a random roll. That does not mean that you're allowed to throw them right in here, right in this area. No. And if the dealer or box says, hey, throw it down the middle. Hey, don't throw it in there. Don't argue, don't continue to do it because we will take the dice away from you. Absolutely. Same thing, hey, please throw them over the center, stop hitting all those bets, and the players just, whatever, and then they just throw and do it 2 or 3 more times. We give 2 or 3 more warnings, and then, okay, you're no longer shooting for the night. Sorry, you're still more than welcome to play, but you're not going to be allowed to shoot. Listen to the dealers and the box. They don't give warnings for no reason. And frankly, we're still here to help you. But players seem to act like they're the only person on the table. No, you're not. There's a lot of other players. There's a lot of other bets. We're trying to take care of everybody's bets. Every player is just as important. So people that are sweeping and knocking all the bets over with the dice because they're just, honestly, just being jerks. It's the only reason. We're not going to have a very, very high tolerance for it. Also, along with tossing both of the dice and listening to the dealers in the box is acknowledge. There is nothing that's going to get somebody cut off faster than getting a warning from the box and ignoring them. I see players, the cocky players, you can't tell me what to do, any of this, that the box will say something or dealer will say something, hey, make sure you hit the back wall, sir, hey, one hand only on the dice, whatever it may be. And we know, beyond a shadow of a doubt, the player heard us because it was more than loud enough. They don't even look. They refuse to acknowledge and won't even look. But guess what? You just took away every other warning you're going to get. Every other nice warning you're going to get. After that, the next warning is very, very harsh. And then after that, probably going to have dice taken away. Plain and simple. Just like things like players that don't put their money out here but throw it into the stacks here. We give them a warning, give them a second warning. Third warning, we're probably going to push their money back, say no action. Next one. Speak. You've got a voice. Use it. People like to do these silent bets. If we say hard ways work unless called off, and a player just does this, what does that? What does this mean? Does this mean you want him off? Does this mean okay, I hear you? Does this mean let him go? Let him work? What does it mean? Use your voice. Speak. Gotta speak. As a quick aside, by the way, for anybody that's a fan of books, authors, please check out the link down below for our other channel that we just started. It's a family channel. As a family, we're huge fans of books and authors and reading. So started a channel on it. We'd love to have some extra subscribers and such. It really help us out. Speak. Use your voice. I know players that they have these weird place bets, and they act like their bet is super common when they're the only player that we've ever seen make those bets at the last 10 years. Let me think. What's a good example of it? Oh, here it is. We'll have a player do this. Have a player do this, and then just do that. Okay. What does this mean? That doesn't mean anything. You have a voice. Use it. Secondly, all the numbers. Well, that makes no sense. There is no standardized bet that is $106. If there's a point, there's no 106. You've got 108. 108 would work. 96 across would work. Right? I see this where the player wants, say, an extra 5 each on the 4 and 10. They want 96 across plus heavy on the 4 and 10. Well, use your damn voice. It's a nonsensical bet. It does not make sense unless you tell us what you want. You see players that just do this, just like, you know, something will hit. Say the 8 hits, and the dealer even say, you know, hey, same bet, and you know, the player makes some random gesture. We're like, okay, we just give them their money. Then they get all angry. No, I wanted you to press it all the way up. Well, no, you didn't. You didn't. You made 1 or 2, but you sure didn't say anything. Use your voice. Just like when we're asking for bets in the center action. Center action. You know, say we're getting ready to come over. Say we just, you know, just had a number roll and you know, the dice stop in the middle. You know, hey, any bets? Any hard ways? Anything for anybody? Okay, dice are out. It's that fast. That people get butthurt about, you give me time to bet. We gave you time to say something. That's all you have to do. You know, anybody want a hard way back up or any other center action bets? Okay, dice are moving. Versus, anybody want a hard way bet, center action bets? Yeah, I want to make a bet. Cool, what do you got? Speak. Have those players that are fumbling with their chips and then they get all offended because the dice move. Well, it's a fast game. Fast game. We don't wait for one person to maybe make a bet. So speak. Use your voice. Next, number 4. Be ready and pay attention. Being ready means knowing your bets. Know your bets, understand your bets, and be ready to make those bets. You know, even if you're still playing with your chips, trying to get them all together, cool. Then again, like we just said, say something to the dealer. You know, hey, hold on, I want to go across, and you know, I'm just getting the money together. Because then the dealer will help you too. You know, hey, I want to go across. What do you want? 54 across? You know, you want across? That kind of helps you grab all the money, because you'll see players that are sitting there, 4, 5, 6, 8. We'll just tell you, you know, hey, drop us 10 of those. 4 browns, or drop us 11 of those, or whatever. Versus the players that are not ready, they're going, let me get a 4, and a 5, and a 6, and at that point now the dealer just stops. They stop setting it up. They might have set up the 4. After that they just stop, and they're just looking at the player. I'm like, okay, just give me all your bets, man. So be ready, and pay attention. And along with that, pay attention is paying attention to the other people around you, and paying attention to what rolls. Right? I can't tell you how many times the dice will land, say, right here. Let's bounce out the wall, right here. And we'll go to pay, and we'll look at the player and say, you want the same bet? And they say, what was the call? The dice landed right in front of you, and the dealer yelled the number out a minimum of 2 times. What do you mean, what was the call? Because it just stops the game. It makes them stop. It makes them have to stop and explain something that everyone else on the table already knows. And remember, this is a fast game, and most of the other players want the game to continue going quick. And the last one, watch the dice. Gets rid of, you know, prevents any late bets and all that other junk. Watch the dice. Make your bets where the dice are in the middle. Once the dice move, don't make your field bets. You're not a cool guy when you wait until the dice move and then dart your field bet in. That just looks, frankly, it looks idiotic. And it ticks off every other player. Ticks off the dealers, ticks off the box. Same thing, center action bets, place bets, presses, especially anybody throwing money back here into the stacks. And, you know, I'll press my 8 and what the dice have already moved. Watch the dice. Pay attention to the dice. That's a big thing. It's a very, very fast-moving game. A lot of players play this game that really shouldn't, because they are not capable of paying attention enough. This is not like blackjack, UTH, pie gow, Bach, where you can just zone out, stare off into the ether, having an existential crisis while the cards are being dealt, and then look over every so often and you either got paid or you didn't. No, this is a game where you have to be paying attention every single second of the game. Very fast-moving game. So I hope you guys find this interesting, illuminating, enlightening, just plain fun. We will catch you guys next time. Bye now. Thank you everybody for watching today's video, and as promised, a little bit more detail on things that we are working on. So again, we want to continue trying to expand the channel. We're really hoping to be able to add roulette as soon as possible, and then some video keno, video slots, stuff along those lines. Unfortunately, it ate up almost all of our cash, paying off all of our bills during the month of January while we were down. and now that the holidays have ended, YouTube's payouts have dropped significantly. So we're kind of treading water here as far as all that goes. Do have a lot of things we want to add, though. Not just those things, those additional games, and hopefully some carnival games and such like that, but the live streams. The biggest problem right now with the live streams is with 3 jobs combined between the 2 of us, 4 if I include the 20 to 30 hours a week I'm putting into the YouTube channel. It's very, very difficult for me to have a day and time that I can commit to doing the live stream every single week, because we also have our very young child to take care of. But I'm trying to figure that out. I'm thinking it's probably going to end up being on Monday nights or Tuesday afternoons, or possibly both. I intend to do at least one live stream exclusively for our patrons, and then another one on the YouTube channel. So possibly both days. We also have a few other things that we really want to attempt to move forward on. I'm just running into either time or skill set issues. I do want to eventually have a website going for us. I did used to program websites over a decade ago. A lot of things have changed, and I just don't have that time. And not a whole lot of knowledge on the current state of building websites, hosting what sites can host, and how to build up the e-commerce stuff. So if anybody has any skill sets along those lines and would like to answer some questions or just help us out, shoot us an email, sincitylivingLV@gmail.com. Also, I really hope to be able to start adding some exclusive stuff from Sin City Living, logoed shirts, hats. I'm looking to get custom dice made, even custom layouts made, although those would be pretty expensive. But I know zero about e-commerce and drop shipping and anything along those lines. So if you have any skill or knowledge in that area, please email me. I would love to ask you some questions and see if you can answer a few to help me figure out how to get that going. Same thing with designing our logos. I had some logos designed, very, very small logos, unfortunately, not big enough to blow up to put on T-shirts and stuff like that. And again, I know I know nothing about logo design, graphic design, any kind of websites that could do it. I literally know nothing. So if you have any skill or knowledge in that area also, please email me, and you're willing to answer some questions, please email me and let me know. I'll admit I don't even know where to start as far as asking some questions, but I'm sure I'll ask a few, and that'll trigger a few more, so on and so forth. So yeah, there's that, and of course we do hope to continue to improve our AV setup, but I am an AV moron, so also right there, if you have any skill sets or knowledge in that area, please email me, and are willing to answer some questions. Please email me and let me know. We would love to help. Otherwise, again, thank you everybody for watching, and we're very excited to continue bringing you our videos. Bye now.